Hi, it's Jeff Mays. I was thinking about when I first started working with Bob Proctor and some of the things that I'm doing. You know, it was a few years ago, about 13 years ago, I went to work for a company and I was hired as a corporate manager. When I went to work for them, I said, "What's my job? What's my task?" They said, "You've got to turn our company from a distributorship into a dealership. You've got free reign to do that, do what you need to do, but turn us from a distributorship into a dealership." Those are two different things. A distributorship really works with people, with other companies that have bought products and they support it, and they're more of a service type business, where a dealership was more sales. I was a sales guy. I've always been a sales guy. So I thought, yeah, I could do that. Well, I had a blank slate. First day that I was at my new job, my boss came in. I said, "So what do I do?" He said, "You got a clean slate, do what you need to do." So I started doing that. But he also told me, "You've got 2 years. You've got 2 years to prove that you can do it, one, and two, at the end of 2 years, I'm going to know everything you know, and I won't need you." Well, that's kind of an uneasy feeling, especially as you approach that 2 year mark and things aren't working. So what did I do? Well, I started looking at the progress we hadn't made. I looked at what we had done. We'd done a lot. We'd gone out, we bought companies, we'd assimilated them, we'd started to make changes within the corporate attitude, the corporate culture, to assimilate that sales attitude. But as we bought companies, we were trying to change them rather than letting us change together into something new. Didn't work very well. So I started looking at it and I said, I've got to go do something different. I started looking at about that 2 year mark. I started getting nervous, right? And I started thinking about, what do I do? Well, I went out and I found some great material from Bob Proctor about change, about changing your mind, about changing your brain, about changing organizations. Found a great program. I started into that program and I started to learn what it really took to do it. Well, in my case, it didn't work out too well with that company. Right before my 3rd year with the company, my boss came in and he said, "I don't like what's happening here. It's not working." I said, "Well, I've got some new ideas. I've been training. I've spent the last year putting together a program that I'd like to introduce." He looked at me and he said, "That's a bunch of mumbo jumbo. I don't like it." He said, "Get out of here." So I left. What I found was that while he wasn't ready to change in order to make the organization change, to build a new culture, to change from service to sales mentality, we really needed to build a completely new culture. My boss wasn't ready to change. I was. I set some goals. I set some personal things I wanted to do in my life. And you know what? 10 years later, I've done that. It's pretty exciting. It's pretty interesting. It's nice that I'm able to be here to help you make the change with a program that works. Thinking into Results is a program that was brought together by Sandy Gallagher and Bob Proctor in order to make organizations change, to work as individuals within a team to make a real difference in the team and make it happen. I'm so happy and grateful to be part of that team and to be here for you, to help you move forward into the new culture, the new organization, the new success that you desire in your business. Let's sit down and talk about it. I'd like to get to know your business. I'd like to figure out how we can work together. My name's Jeff Mays. I'm your Proctor Gallagher coach. Thanks.